Now at 5 and streaming on crossroadstoday.com, a woman in Victoria is facing aggravated assault charges. And a woman is suing the Santa Fe Police Department after an arrest in 2021 had her face bitten by ants. Plus, a teacher is accused of producing child sexual abuse material. How they caught him this afternoon.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Certainly a far cry from yesterday. It's clear skies, sunny skies, and temperatures into the 90s. But we only have one more day of this because more stormy weather is expected, and I'll have the latest coming up in just a moment.
Today is the second day former Trump attorney Michael Cohen is testifying in Trump's hush money trial. You're watching 25 News now at 5. Good afternoon and thanks for being with us. I'm Karina Garcia. Today marks 21 years since the killing of 19 undocumented immigrants at Fleming Prairie Road near U.S. Highway 77. The 19 people died inside the back of a hot-packed tractor trailer. A total of 70 people were found inside the truck, which reached 173 degrees. Among those found dead were a teen and a 5-year-old boy. Every year since the tragedy, family members, friends, and the community gather to honor the lives lost. Saturday, May 18th at noon, a group will gather at Fleming Prairie Road and U.S. Highway 7, that's near the Refugio Highway, to remember the victims. Victoria County deputies arrested a 31-year-old suspect today. Jessica Mata of Victoria faces 2 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. She is in the Victoria County Jail in lieu of a $50,000 bond. And a 59-year-old suspect was arrested by DeWitt County deputies Monday. Aaron Holtz faces 2 charges of indecency with a child sexual contact and 4 charges of sexual assault of a child. The charges date back to March of 2017. The man is in the DeWitt County Jail in lieu of a $180,000 bond. Now, that severe thunderstorm Monday afternoon brought hail and high wind damage to most of the crossroads. Wind speeds reached between 65 to 70 miles per hour, bringing down trees and causing power outages in Gonzales, Shiner, and Hallettsville. The Calhoun County Office of Emergency Management reported 9 RVs flipped. 2 people were hurt, and the storms continued to the coast with 60-mile-per-hour winds in Palacios and Matagorda, resulting in over 140 reports of wind damage across South Texas. But now let's take it to the man, Chief Meteorologist Mac Perez, who can tell you more about last night's damage.
Well, it certainly was busy yesterday afternoon at this time, but tonight everything is, shall we say, on the clear side. The storm that caused all that has now rolled east. So you're thinking, okay, we're in the clear, right? Not necessarily, because this storm is going eastbound, but this storm out here is going to be crossing over the area on Thursday for another round of heavy thunderstorms. We'll be tracking all that and giving you a much better outlook on it coming up in just a few minutes, so stay tuned. Karina, back to you.
Mac, thank you. A Victoria daycare center is facing claims of child abuse. The Victoria Police Department and the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services are working together in an investigation of the reported incident. The preliminary investigation showed a 1-year-old parents took their child to a local hospital due to the possible abuse at this daycare. 25 News Now reporter Darius McCormick is following the story, and we'll have more tonight at 10. Over in Katy, a teacher is arrested for possession of child pornography. Here's a closer look at how police were able to catch the suspect.
At Tompkins High School, news that teacher James Stone was arrested for possession and production of child pornography spread like wildfire.
I've never seen him before. I don't know what he looks like or anything. But I walked by his classroom today. There's a bunch of boxes inside. And then all I saw was all these emails getting leaked to the student body, and that's like about it.
The email students saw from the school confirms that Stone was arrested in his Fort Bend area home this morning, and that in part in Katy ISD, providing a safe and secure learning environment is and will continue to be our top priority, and we will always act swiftly when that is compromised. High school junior Savannah Lax is now rethinking all her interactions with Stone.
I went during study hall. He had my study hall teacher. He was really weird, I would say. Like, he would always tell me to come over to the desk.
Investigators say Stone had thousands of child pornography photos in his possession and that he allegedly confirmed he took pictures at the school, local swimming pools, and other locations around Katy.
I didn't personally know him, but I've seen him around. But, like, just hearing this kind of threw me off. So it's just, like, kind of, like, scary for our community, like, especially in Tompkins. But I mean, it's good that they finally like got revealed.
The Montgomery County Precinct 3 Constable's Office say if you have any additional information about possible other victims, please give them a call.
Horrifying video surfaced following a drive-by shooting at an apartment complex in Fort Worth earlier this month. Home security cameras show bullets narrowly missing a 9-year-old boy who had just sat down on a couch, sending a cloud of dust over the boy's head. The boy's mother ran outside and found 6 people were shot, including 4 children. First responders arrived and took the victims to safety. As for the boy's family, they are now trying to find a new place to live. They have set up a GoFundMe to help with moving costs. Fort Worth police have since turned to the public for more information on the shooting. And police in Santa Fe are accused of pushing a woman's face into a pile of ants during an arrest in 2021. Video shows police arresting Taylor Rogers after she tried to drop off her son. She filed a lawsuit at the city of Santa Fe and the police departments. One officer says the video doesn't really tell the full story. The police chief says Rogers was arrested after going the wrong way at the elementary school before driving away from officers. Rogers and her attorney say they want the officers reprimanded and have asked for additional training. In Houston, a woman is the 3rd person to plead guilty in the Henry Cuellar bribery case. She pleaded guilty to facilitating a $60,000 payment to Imelda Cuellar, the congressman's wife, that she believed would benefit them and it's a state-run oil company. This comes after Cuellar and his wife were charged with accepting nearly $600,000 in bribes from 2 foreign entities. Cuellar says they are innocent of these allegations and vows to run for re-election. And we continue following the historic criminal trial against former President Donald Trump. Cross-examination begins for Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen. He's on the witness stand for a second day against the former president.
Donald Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, grilled by defense attorneys on the stand. Once one of the former president's closest allies, Cohen testifying about the alleged hush money payment he made to Stormy Daniels days before the 2016 election. Defense attorney Todd Blanche combative, asking about comments Cohen made about him on TikTok, which were promptly stricken from the record. Cohen later conceding he has also said disparaging things about Trump on social media. And when pressed on if he wanted Trump to be convicted, Cohen said he'd like to see accountability. And when pressed, he ultimately responded, yes. Earlier, prosecutors wrapping up their questioning, lasting 9 hours over the course of 2 days. Cohen telling the jury about the lies he says he told on Trump's behalf to journalists and to Congress about the alleged catch and kill scheme. Cohen saying, I regret doing things for him that I should not have, lying, bullying people in order to effectuate a goal. Cohen reiterating that he paid Daniels on behalf of Trump to influence the election, telling jurors it was to ensure that the story would not come out and would not affect Mr. Trump's chances of becoming president of the United States. Prosecutors asking Cohen, were it not for the campaign, would you have paid that money to Stormy Daniels? Cohen replying, no ma'am. Cohen emotional during direct examination when he told jurors about his decision to eventually flip on Trump at the urging of his family. It was at this exact moment Trump's political entourage, including several possible GOP running mates, was escorted into the courtroom by security. Trump has pleaded not guilty to falsifying business records and has denied any sexual encounter with Daniels.
I took a legal expense and they called it, I didn't do it, a bookkeeper did it. She did it exactly right. Took a legal expense and called it a legal expense. This is their whole case.
And Trump has tried to challenge the limited gag order in this case, which prevents him from making public statements about witnesses and jurors. But today, an appellate court upheld the order. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
A student from Bloomington High School has taken best in state for welding. Sophomore Isaiah Perez won first place in the state of Texas in welding at the Texas State Technical College High School Welding Build-Off in Waco earlier this month. Students received a guide in what to do and what to weld and had to complete the project within a certain amount of time. Welding instructor Ismael Gonzalez says that Isaiah has already taken the steps needed to become successful.
We have students enrolled in this program that are willing to be successful. They put in the work, they put in the time, and that's what it takes to be successful at anything, whether it's in life, any skill, any application that you put your life to. That's what you need to do. Put 100% in it, and this young man has done that.
Isaiah's also won a scholarship to Texas State Technical College and plans to pursue a career in welding. So here is your viewer poll this afternoon. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen to vote. The question is, should more high school programs across the country invest in more vocational training programs? Yes or no? We want to hear your opinion on this. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part, and we're going to have an update on 25 News Now at 6. Now remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click that notification bell. For now, stay with us. Authorities are investigating a fatal bus crash in Florida. Straight ahead on 25 News Now at 5, the number of those hurt and killed. Also ahead, with deadly storms heading to the Gulf Coast today, farmers are worried about the nation's food supply. The Florida Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly accident involving a bus carrying farm workers in Marin County. Marin County Fire Rescue says 8 people have died and 45 others are hurt, with 8 in critical condition. The crash involved a 2010 International bus and a 2001 Ford Ranger truck. Authorities say 2 vehicles apparently sideswiped one another, and after the collision, the bus drove off the road and through a fence before overturning. Police have arrested the truck driver on charges of driving under the influence. Prosecutors have asked the judge overseeing the gun case against Hunter Biden to exclude a number of key defense arguments, which includes the argument that the case is politically motivated. A hearing was scheduled for today to discuss the case's deadlines, which is set to go on trial come June 3rd. Hunter has raised the issue of facing 2 back-to-back trials. There's the gun case in federal court in Delaware and a separate tax case against him in California. In Delaware, he's pleaded not guilty to 3 counts related to his purchase of a gun while using illegal drugs. Experts say having conversations about mental health to children are critical for a child's healthy development and well-being.
You know how to make dinner for your kids and lend a hand with homework, but what about how to help them with mental health?
We want kids to be able to know their emotions, because every emotion is okay, right? But not every reaction is.
Pediatric psychologist Whitney Ragland-Bignall with the Kids Mental Health Foundation says many parents are divided on when to start mental health conversations, but she says the earlier the better for building key mental health skills.
I have a 16-month-old. he doesn't like sometimes when I have to tell him no, right? And so I'm sharing with him, like, I know that you're really upset that mom is not allowing you to touch this very dangerous thing, but but mommy can't allow you to do it. And so it's helping him see that, yes, I know that he's upset about it. It's giving him a word for it so that eventually when he starts talking more to me, hopefully he can start telling me that he feels upset and he's learning some of those signals.
Raglan Bignell says parents should be open when talking about mental health and listen to what children say. Avoid distractions. Don't be judgmental. Watch body language and facial expressions. And don't ask too many questions because the goal is for them to want to talk openly with you.
Connection and belonging is so vital. Just as we need to eat and drink, we need to be connected with one another.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
This year's spring showers are so intense, forecasters believe they could affect the nation's food supply. Today, a deadly storm system is pushing through the Gulf Coast, about an hour east of Nashville. Farmers say their crops are suffering. One issue is fruit with flood damage. Another has to do with wheat that strong winds have flattened. The farmers say the damage could affect U.S. food availability. Meanwhile, over in Iowa, the State Farmers Union says it welcomes rain after years of drought, but storms have put production right behind schedule.
Well, obviously today was a pretty good day. Lots of sunshine, warm temperatures getting up into the 90s. But all that stormy weather, that was just a couple hours ago, 24 hours ago. Now we're looking for 2 days of nice sunny weather. But it's going to be, shall we say, interesting on Thursday when another storm system rolls through. Our current temperature is our high temperature for the day. That compares to an average of 86, and of course, almost a record of 95. We'll be in the 90s again tomorrow, but Thursday I'm looking for more stormy weather. We'll have more details on that coming up after this. Well, good afternoon, everybody. A lot of people picking up the pieces from all that huffing and puffing last night. The 60, 70 mile an hour winds that we got produced a lot of tree damage. And as you can see today, absolutely sunny day, dry north wind came in after the storm. Atmosphere has settled down and higher pressure is built for just a couple days. Now, I noticed the little squiggly lines here. Here is the dip in that storm I was telling you about. That's the one in the front of it. Right about here is where all the severe weather will occur. That's called the upper air storm that is pulling the air up, and that's why the storms grew so large. On the back side of it, we've got drier air and higher pressure for just about a day or two, but then we're going to watch that thing out there over Arizona. That is another area of low pressure that's going to be spinning across the state, and on Thursday we'll be bringing back all that rough weather that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Today, absolutely quiet over the state, nothing in terms of rainfall, but here's what the severe weather outlook is. This is today, and there's a possibility the Panhandle may get some sort of activity later tonight, although it is not really developing at this hour. And of course, for us, we're not invited, and that's okay. Now, this is tomorrow, which would be your Wednesday, and you can see how the Panhandle is still under the gun for the heaviest stuff, although we're not invited to that one either. And that's great, right? Here's the interesting part. This is on Thursday, and you've got the bullseye right over North and Central Texas again. And this time we're very close to the activity. So we're going to see the big stuff up here, and it's going to roll kind of like the last one down through our area. And this would be on Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, into Friday morning, and then by Friday it does get to pull out of here, and I think the weekend's going to be okay. Here are the temperatures forecast for tomorrow. As you can see, we're looking at 91 for us, 94 San Antonio, 99 along the Rio Grande out there, and of course it's feeling more and more like summertime, right? Yeah, all right. Well, this is Future Tracker. We start today, Tuesday, and we go into Wednesday morning. You see there, still quiet. Most of your Wednesday will be fairly quiet except for the Panhandle. For us, no problems at all. And then it's Thursday when all of a sudden you start seeing the heavier stuff, and Thursday night, right about there, you can see how the heaviest activity will start rolling again to the coast and getting very close to us. So we're going to have to put that in the old forecast there as we get into Thursday. But then Friday, it does pull out of here, and then I'm going to show you the 7 days. So mostly sunny for tomorrow, nice day. The southeast winds will kick back in, and we'll get up to almost 90 degrees at the coast. Inland areas for sure will be in the 90s with just a little bit of cloud cover. And the 7-day forecast, here's where we go. I'm already calling it an alert day for Thursday because of severe weather expected. Then it clears up on Friday, and look at this. The weekend's looking good in the mid-90s. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that. Put Crossroads Today on your phone. And here's Karina.
Thank you, Matt. Coming up next on 25 News Now 5, we're going to take a look at your stocks. Plus, federal regulators are investigating Alphabet over its self-driving cars. Taking a look at your stocks, the Dow up 127 points, the S&P 500 up 25 points, and the Nasdaq up 123 points. Oil down $1.10, closing at $78.02 per barrel. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating Google's parent company over multiple incidents involving its self-driving vehicles. There have been 22 incidents involving the vehicle's automated driving system. Earlier this year, Alphabet issued its first voluntary software recall after two vehicles hit the same tow truck within 2 minutes of each other in Phoenix. So far, no injuries or fatalities were reported. Stay with us. We're going to take one last look at your forecast. Plus, a 21-year-old from Ohio managed to hit big in Las Vegas. We have the amount he won. And here's a look at what's coming up on World News Tonight right after 25 News Now at 5.
This week, Michael Cohen takes the stand face-to-face with Donald Trump. Plus, the race for the White House, where things stand. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most-watched newscast on television.
An Ohio man got lucky in Sin City. Damon Howell was in Las Vegas celebrating his 21st birthday last week, as most people do.
Well, not everybody.
Well, this lucky man did, and he received an unforgettable present, a more than $362,000 jackpot.
Now that would be that's a good party then.
Yeah, it's a good time to be alive in Las Vegas, and Howell played Ultimate Texas Hold'em for roughly 30 minutes before hitting it big. Howell was overwhelmed with his good fortune. At first, he couldn't believe it really did happen, and after fully grasping his financial windfall, Howell says he may buy a house with his winnings. You know what? What would you buy?
I'd pay off the house.
You'd pay off the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd buy a house as well. No.
And you know, I'd pay off my student loans.
That's what I was gonna say. I would pay off my student loans, but
just chasing us for years and years and years. No, mine are my kids actually, but I'd like to get rid of that. Anyway, folks, lots of sunshine, good-looking day tomorrow. If you want to go get a tan, it's going to be a good one because it's going to be sunny all day long. and on the warm side, getting up into the low 90s. Again, I've put up an alert day for Thursday. Looks like we're going to get another round of stormy weather rolling through not only the crossroads, but also central Texas and North Texas as well. Very similar to the last storm. By Thursday night is the peak of the activity. On Friday, it should start pulling out. I'm still thinking the weekend's going to be sunny and warm and good.
Did your car have any hail damage?
I checked it out. Actually, I was very lucky because I know hail was falling in the area, but so far so good.
Yeah, no, Petunia survived. She's good.
She's good.
She's good. She's
God,
survived that.
I mean, I know people whose windows got smashed, and it just was
It came out of
amazing.
nowhere. Those golf-sized hail balls.
Big hail. That's probably the biggest I've seen here in Victoria in a while.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Mac, and thank you for being with us. We hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News now at 6. World News Tonight with David Muir is up next.